Welcome to the Every Word is Gross podcast.
When you're here, you're family, which is a word that we think is pretty gross.
Now, on to the episode.
Jack McBrayer. He plays
Jack
Fix-It
McBrayer.
Felix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm skipping a word, guys. I'm
Oh, you
skipping.
didn't look.
No
I'm skipping a word.
way.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I can't actually pronounce the word that's
Do you
next.
do you want me to read it? Do you want me to read it for you?
No. I'll Google how to pronounce
Oh
it
my.
later. Because I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, I'm between two. I'm between two words. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That on standby. I chose my word very quickly today. I
Okay.
just looked at it. This is my
And
first
you're
time
just
today
like,
looking at my list, and I
Mm.
found it.
Nice.
That was it.
I looked at it just barely for the first time today.
Mm-hmm.
I had picked my word last week. But then
For this week.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then the one next to it looked pretty good. But
Oh.
I'm still gonna keep the one that I was thinking.
That you thought of last week.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I have a feeling I'm gonna
Nice.
need a dictionary for this one because I feel like for some reason I just feel like you're gonna ask me,
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna look
Okay,
it
that's
up
probably good.
ahead of
Honestly,
time.
I feel like the word that I'm skipping on my list probably also I need a dictionary again. I actually think this word or the word that I skipped that I might use next week. I think I subscribed to a word of the day email that
What
like
a grandpa
that
thing
is
to do.
I know, right? I know. And so it sends me a word each day in the email, and I think it might have come from that.
Do you open these emails?
No,
You know
rarely.
the dictionary app will just do
It
that.
does have a word of the
A
day, but then you have to
notification.
open the app.
But it'll send you the word.
Yeah,
you only have
sure.
to open the app if you want to know what it means.
Oh, okay.
Which sometimes you want to know.
Actually,
what it
to
means.
be honest, I would rather have it in the email because if I'm not feeling it when I'm checking the emails, then I just never open it versus a notification.
A notification
It's like,
you could swipe
Yeah, you
away.
just-
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
but
No,
it-
it doesn't stay.
I
An
mean-
email is forever, my
Yeah.
friend.
you can delete emails.
But who does? You have to just open them and forget
Well,
and ignore the little. Your storage is almost full. You ignore that forever. You just
Google
get a
has
new
been taunting
email.
me
That's-
with that for years. Years.
I have yet to see or pay
I
for more
dare you
storage.
to kick me off of this right now.
yeah, actually, it was crazy. So at work we use Gmail. We use the Google Workspace instead of the Google instead of the Office. Hey, thank you. 365. And for a while there, like they had individual user storage limits of like 30 gigs or whatever. That was
That's
a
a
plan that we
lot.
were on. It is a lot. It is a lot. But when you're like in my job, when you're working with,
As an organization with like
well, yeah,
50 plus emails.
but also with like videos and like we're passing videos back and
Oh,
forth and
yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
30 gigs goes
Yeah, you're like, it's gone.
so fast. And so they switched it at some point to where our entire organization has 100 terabytes now that we can use.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And since we're a nonprofit too, we get it for free.
Of
And
course
so
you
we
do.
don't pay for G Suite. So
Nice.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And I was like, this is an upgrade.
That-
Thanks, Google.
That's pretty good.
It was amazing. I
That
was
is
like,
pretty good.
oh, thank the Lord. I don't have to sit through another session of trying what do I need to delete versus offload off of Google so that I have more space that I can
Oh,
upload
yeah.
stuff.
Although
It's horrible.
I need to do that anyways because I can't function knowing it's there when
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Sure.
It kind of drives me crazy. So
Oh.
my work email is technically shared. We have one email because it's the email
Ah.
for the business.
Right.
So
right.
sometimes we're both working on it and I don't know what to delete because some of it's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to me or something I was working on or ordering or something,
Sure.
you know. So I'm like,
Mhm. No. No, that's
I
fair.
hate it.
Yeah, sharing an email inbox would be hard for me, I feel like.
Well, I have like a private one that's my own, and
No,
she does
sure, of
too.
course,
But
of
yeah,
course.
the business one is
Yeah.
a combined email,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's something.
I mean, there
Mhm.
should be a way for, because our organization is like this on our emails. Like, if you send it to the business email, it also gets sent to each of our individual emails.
Right.
So
That would drive me crazy.
really, that would be worse.
There are two of us, you guys. There are just two of us.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying
And
you're
I'm just
describing
saying,
a problem and I
because
might have
for
a solution.
Because I'm like I looked at, like in real life, I looked at my mail and I threw it away. I have found mail from years ago, just like in Kelsey's car, in her basement. And I'm like, why? Why do you have it? Some of it's not opened. And I'm like, that
would terrify me the most out of
some
that.
of it might be
that you just
bills
didn't
and stuff.
open
And
it?
it would drive me crazy. And I just, that's hard for me. The same with our Google Drive, because for our business, like different files, and honestly, a lot of our products being a digital product, that's where they're stored.
Sure,
but
yeah, absolutely.
It gets a little bit annoying when it's like, so for some of our custom design clients, like I still have all the files. Because I don't want to erase them. Because I'm like,
right.
That's for a business. Like, what if they need them?
There's
but I'm
so
like,
much.
you're just sitting there, and I haven't seen, like, some clients, it's been 5+ years. And I'm like, I don't want your stuff.
Yeah.
The problem I'm starting to run into is that to decrease what's on my Google Drive, I take it onto my computer. And then my computer storage is starting to fill up.
Oh, no.
And I have a hard drive that I put. So I'm like, okay, so I need to get good about moving all of my projects onto my hard drive.
And
then the hard drive is also starting to fill up.
Never-ending storage.
No, that's the solution.
Yeah, it is the solution.
That's amazing. You know what you need to be? Just a walking nonprofit, and you can get that G Suite for free.
It's pretty nice.
I didn't like it either. I didn't like it
That
either.
felt like it should have been a lot of euphemisms,
You know
but
what?
it was not.
I did it because when he said, I went, that can't be what it's called. But then I went, you know who wouldn't make that up though? Cameron.
It's
so
true.
I bet that. So I'm just gonna let that one go. But then when I said it, I couldn't.
You didn't like
I had to.
G Suite?
I hate
G Suite.
that.
It's fair. It's fair. It's fair.
Internet hates that.
Technically, I think they rebranded because I think they realized. So it's actually
Realize that sucks.
I think it's Google Workspace now. I think is what
Great.
it's called.
That sounds a lot more professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna I'll send it over to you on the G Suite. Please, sir. A trip to HR is far overdue in this office.
Hey, where drinks after work tonight? Oh, it's at the G Suite.
Of course it is.
Oh, man.
Of course it is.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh no.
Terrible.
Oh my goodness. Well. On that note, welcome to Every Word is Gross. My name is Cameron.
My name is Jake.
And my name is Sarah.
And we are three friends who talk about gross words because at one point we said moist really, it has its place, but it's a low bar. And so we were like, that would make a good podcast.
Do you
so there
guys,
you go.
I'm curious because I still get this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm curious if you guys still get this.
Mm-hmm.
This many episodes in, we've been doing this a little over a year. That's really not that long, but I still get people approaching me when they hear about the podcast, asking me about, oh, did you do moist? And I'm like,
You've never
for reals, you've never
listened.
listened to the show, have you?
That's fair. I don't know if I've told a new person yet or a new person recently, like in the last month, probably. So I don't think I don't think I've gotten.
I still feel like I get it from most people that think they're very clever,
right,
in telling me a gross word, and I'm like,
yeah,
like all I can do is just look at them, like
listen to the podcast.
The thing that gets me is because I get it every once in a while when I talk about the podcast too, and it's the way that people approach it as if they are giving you a brand new idea.
Yeah,
oh sure,
like
no one with access to the internet over the last I don't know 15 years has heard of this word before, but man, does it give you the willies.
Yeah. Have you told any of your coworkers about the have any of them listened to it yet?
I have no idea.
Okay. Because working at a newspaper where words is your job, I'm like, I'm
sorry, it would be where words are your job.
It's
accurate.
Plural. Yeah.
I'm not an English major, so
we've
I know.
You've told us.
I know.
Several times. I can't let it slide.
I'm sorry.
My kids do it too, and like, don't say is when you should say are. Don't do it.
I never know. Anyway, I'd be curious. I would love to hear their thoughts and if they appreciate.
I bet they've heard some icky words out there.
I bet they have, but I wonder if they take note of it the way I do.
I think everyone does to some degree because it's been happening. So my bestie doesn't listen to the show, mostly because I think she's tired of hearing me talk all day. She's not going to do it on purpose. And she, at the store, like the other day, I know, and she's doing it a lot lately. She just starts saying words like kind of weird, and she's like, ugh. She just starts like grossing herself out. I'm like, that's the point.
That's the point of the podcast.
And she goes, yeah, that one is really bad. I'm like, Kelsey, they're all bad. Depending, I'm like, you sit with the word long enough, you palate that baby, and it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's like the weird looking words. You've looked at it too much that day, and you're like, that's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah,
that's the entire point.
See, I also kind of wonder if your coworkers would have the reaction that my mom has, where it's like, how dare you ruin my precious, beautiful words? Yeah.
I bet I could pick apart their articles and they'd be like, man, I was feeling really good about that.
Yeah,
then,
like that's a gross word. That's a gross word. Like, why would you even use, like, you just thesaurused that word, didn't you? Yeah, it's gross. Yeah.
My dad is like vehemently against the entirety of the podcast. He's like, that's not a gross word.
We were almost
He's
going
like,
to
that's
record
not gross.
the podcast at your house.
Yeah, do you know what he
tonight.
said when you were we talking about it yesterday? Yeah, you were there when we said it, right? He wasn't in the room yet.
Yeah.
And you'd come in. I was like, oh, maybe we could just record it at our place tomorrow because the kids will be gone. And he's in his room, and all you hear is no. And I'm like, haha. Just to make you suffer, you'll have to listen to it.
Yeah.
We didn't rock paper scissors.
No, yeah, I was
bring it up.
Were you gonna?
Yeah.
Because you're
No,
doing this and you
I
hate it.
literally was just
Well,
going
you
to.
better pray you win, baby.
So, being a couch podcast, like the middle seat's the worst, and so we've started a tradition
With 3 people. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad.
it's bad. So we've started a tradition to rock paper scissors to see who gets the middle. So
4 people would probably be worse. Or 5. If you're 5, you'd
imagine
have one
the
person be the double
would
middle.
have to be in the middle, and then they'd have to do this to you.
I feel like if we had 5, people would have to be like.
I would be like on the ground. I'd just look like
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if you're in this seat, you're ping ponging between these 2 and these 2.
That'd be bad.
There is just no
I think at that point we
winning
just go to
here.
multicam. but
Yeah, we'd have to, which sounds horrible.
It just sounds like more work.
It does sound like
I've done
more work.
it.
You guys
It's
don't
just
have
more
day
work,
jobs, do you?
I mean,
You want some more work? Is that what you want?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Are we ready? On shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, all paper. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
wait, no.
Dang it. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Why did I do it? No. That just happened. It's a
lighter.
rock. This is
It's
a
a
rock.
lighter. I did
This is a
paper,
rock.
so that means
I don't
I
know why
win
that
both
happened.
y'all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Dang it.
Yes. Jake stays in
Jake, I
the
actually
middle.
feel bad because I know you weren't like feeling top tier today.
It's fine.
Isn't this just the butt?
The butts.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry to poo-poo on your day.
It's
I
okay.
also think it's not your turn to go first either. So it's just like,
Actually, I don't wear one. Thank you for giving an audible representation of
you're very
how
welcome.
the day be going. It's
very
okay.
welcome.
I'm used to this because this was my position growing up. Being
Oh,
the
were
youngest.
you a ping ponger?
Well, I was just the youngest and smallest of my 7 cousins, and so always in the
It's fair.
middle.
Oh, but
Yeah.
did we say this on the last podcast? Like, you have a cousin with super exciting news that they
No,
showed-
we didn't talk about it. We didn't say
we
it.
didn't talk about it, but
No,
like
we didn't talk
seconds
about it, 'cause it
before
was
we
literally right
recorded,
before.
we saw.
And then we
Yeah.
just said, "Oh, well, that doesn't exist."
This particular cousin we've mentioned on the show before, your cousin John. He's in most of your stories.
A lot
actually.
of them.
Yes.
And he called with huge news. Yes, last time we were recording.
He did.
Yeah.
His firstborn son
Woohoo.
was
Oh my
birthed,
goodness.
and well, he had been born a few days
Right, but
before,
that was our
that was
first
our
time
first time seeing him. Yeah,
And we were so excited, we started yelling, and it was
We
a
did.
FaceTime call.
We were screaming.
Yeah.
And we were screaming at the phone, and then like 5 seconds into it, we all kind of started realizing, There's a sleeping
it's a
baby on the
sleeping
other
baby.
end.
I immediately
he's
saw him
gorgeous.
and like shrieked.
Right.
And then just reacted as naturally as I possibly could have. And then saw the eyes open. I was like, oh no.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Hansel.
So they also posted photos, and another mutual friend of ours, Maddie, we were talking, and we were both like, some babies aren't cute. That's a cute
freaking
baby. Cute
oh
baby,
yeah.
you
Oh
guys.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm usually like a babies usually look like
babies are
gremlins,
creepy.
goblins,
You're
aliens.
like, oh cool, babies. This was a cute
It's a
baby.
good-looking
Like I was
baby.
like, I'm in love with this little baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! And then his name's Ansel, which is super cool.
Yes,
my
that's a
husband was
good
like, like Ansel Adams, and then I thought, oh my god, we need to find like a really cool Ansel Adams print and gift it to them or something. That would be like a really cool gift.
Yeah.
I think actually, I think they'd appreciate it because they're kind of artsy like that, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so off topic, but who even cares?
Yeah, so much fun.
Super dope baby.
Shout
Babies.
out to Ansel. I mean, you made it on Everywhere is Gross. Way to go.
Man, not even like
a week into
month
living.
old. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's already subject
Already
of
famous.
a podcast.
We have friends that are like
Already famous.
They're like, can we come on the show? We're like,
Berating
no,
us.
but we will
No.
talk about a baby.
talk about that baby. Talk about that baby.
Guys, are we bad friends?
Maybe.
All right, I can live with that.
We have our
You've called me. You've multiple times been like, do we have to with Jake? Really?
Did you bring my cup?
No.
Dang it!
This is the third time I've seen you.
I know, and you haven't said anything, but I've been saying it to my.
Every time you don't bring it, I go,
door.
it's not his responsibility. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get mad about it. But then today, because I thought I had left it at my son's jujitsu class, so I had messaged them first before. And I was like, oh, wait, it might be at Jake's. And then it was there. So today they asked me, oh, did you message us? Like, did you find that cup? And I was like, I did find it. I said,
I don't have it yet.
I still don't have it, but I did find it. So it was on the tip of my tongue. I had just thought about it.
What you need to do, Jake, is you need to just after we're recording, you just need to drive to your house.
I'll just
get
Don't
it,
do that.
and then go back.
I
You're coming
will.
to my house on Wednesday.
But
I'll just
He'll
text
forget
it. I
I'll
will.
text you.
I really will.
Maybe. Or the thing is, I could have texted you, hey, can you bring my cup?
Yeah.
I forgot too until I need water.
But it's not.
And then I remember.
I left my own water bottle at my office
Yeah, you
too.
usually
I
have a
I
water
leave
bottle.
things everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a
I don't
It's a
like
thing that
water
happens.
bottles for some reason enter my car and then never leave. Like I don't know what it is
that
about
means they go to the trash for me. Like
Yeah.
the few days in
Yeah.
the car means no, you are dead to me.
becomes kind of icky. If
I know,
I
and
don't,
that's the
I
thing.
don't even want
Deep
to
wash.
wash
I know,
it. I don't even want to
know,
wash it.
I know. It's
That's
not
why
good.
I like these particular cups because I could just replace the straws if I want to.
Fair.
But like what are the Contigo or whatever? Like any bottle with like the clip-in
like-
lids and
Oh,
stuff. I'm
yeah.
like, do you know
Pop-outs.
all that mechanism is never getting washed?
Yeah.
And even if you try, I just have very bad feelings about it. We have an electric kettle at our office, which we no longer have. That
the office or the kettle.
The Office.
the kettle. Or the office, technically.
lost
we
both?
we moved out, yeah.
Yeah.
We're somewhere else now. But when we were at our old office, we have an electric kettle, and I'm a big like you washed it and then clean it right away kind of person. I don't like having to scrub. So if you clean it quickly, it doesn't have time to whatever.
Sure.
And I guess because this kettle only has water, that was not and I almost never used it. So I went to go make some tea one day, and I go and I open it and to see how much water's in it, and I realized because it was like I saw a teacup out, so I'm like, oh, it must have been used this morning. I go to open it and I look in, and there's like kind of a blob thing in there, and I was like, oh my god! And I poured it out. It was like a wad of black mold.
Was it globular?
It was globular. It was black mold.
A glob blob.
Moldy glob
Yikes.
blob.
Oh.
So I freak and I'm like, oh my god, Kelsey! Like I don't even want to clean this. I want to get rid of this kettle because it's probably in the chute, and I don't know how to clean that. And it's electric kettle, so I can't like submerge it or something. And she goes, Sarah, I've drank out of that the last 2 days. And I went, you didn't look inside of it? And she's like, I might be dying. She's not dead.
No, she's fine.
We got rid of
Yet.
the kettle.
That's probably a good idea.
But oh my God, that's what I mean. Like, I just can't do the lids, the things that are like, I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
So my
it
coworkers,
was a creature in there.
Yeah, gosh. I mean, that's even when it's just water, you gotta wash it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and also I'm like part of like we were in above a wood shop, our office was. So I'm like, it was actually quite dusty. And I'm like, all that filters in, it was in everything. So I was like, there's no way it didn't settle. And even if there's a little bit of water, it just made enough.
Yeah, not good.
Guys, it was just a black lagoon type creature.
Not
it was
good.
very scary.
Not good.
yeah, I had coworkers when I worked at the county, and this is like a job where we're out and about getting sweaty and dirty all day. And two of my coworkers had the same hydro flask, and one of them washed theirs more than the other, and they accidentally switched one day. And the one who cleans looked and was like, have I not washed this in a while? And it was like, oh, this is not my water bottle.
Oh,
That freaks me
That's
out. Because
sad.
that black
That's
cup I
sad.
left at your house, Kelsey has the same one. And again, I look in the cup. I don't know what she does. I will not drink out of her cup.
You gotta
She
check.
has left her cup in my car. It's been in my car for a few days, actually. And so my husband uses the car the other day, and he brings in this cup, and I went, "Go put that in the car right now." And he's like, "Oh, you left it in the car." I'm like, "That's not mine. It's not mine.
not
Get it
mine.
out of here." I'm like, "I don't even want it in here. Get it out of here." I turned into Seinfeld. Like, that's how bad it got.
it's fair.
So,
It's fair.
yeah.
It's fair. It's fair.
Guys, what are we talking about?
I don't know, but I think I know who starts.
Is it me?
I think so.
Think so.
Because I believe this is episode 33. And so,
So 9.
I started last time
you
because
did,
I
at your
started
house.
in my own
Yeah,
house.
that's right. So it is my turn.
Because I said
it is
my
your
house, my
turn.
rules.
You get a
Okay,
start.
thanks, guys.
Cameron's
I
house,
appreciate
not
it.
Cameron's rules.
Yep.
That is write that down.
Yeah, making note of that.
Cameron's
Thank-
house.
Official
not
stenographer.
Cameron's rules.
Jake is awesome. Now he has his
Is
little
that a
notebook.
zebra?
It is.
A
Those
zebra?
are those are the pens.
I love
Oh,
these
nice.
guys.
Those are the pens
Those are
of
good.
people.
Nice. Okay.
Zebra. I like because it's metal and it feels solid, but it also
I
works well. And I also like the click
Love
pens
the
so much
size
better.
of the. I have a slightly thicker one. I didn't like it. That one's the good kind.
Nice.
My dad has used a zebra pen my entire life.
Wow.
Like I don't think I've seen him use another pen.
Nice.
So that's the pen I know, and I really enjoy it. And then
That's
I just got a metal mechanical pencil, like for
Oh, yeah, yeah.
drafting.
Mhm.
Guys,
Yeah.
game
Mhm.
changer.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Mhm.
All right. Well, on
yeah.
the note,
Anyway.
this might tie into it a little bit because that feels rather fancy to me. My word for you guys tonight is the word debonair. I loved your eyebrows. They just like shrunk into your face.
Debonair.
Debonair.
They were a visual representation of how much knowledge I have of this word. It's
Okay.
like,
This is
no.
what I was thinking. Okay, so debonair. I grew up kind of associating like when someone is debonair, they have like suave. They're very like kind of fancy and swanky.
I think
I did look it up just so we can have a definition.
when I think about debonair, I think of honestly France in like the, whatever time period, like that's
it
like
is French. So good
yeah,
job.
yeah, thank you. But it's like Bridgerton, which I've never watched that show, but that era of like
Really?
France.
I think of just some swanky.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would think more like Gatsby.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
He's debonair.
Yeah. Yep.
Or like if like in real life you would think like not what's his name, like Clark Gable or something, these old timey kind of actors who just had that like
swag.
Cary Grant, like they're
That's
perfectly
swagger.
suave hair and
I like it.
so
I like it.
the definition for debonair is courteous, gracious, and having a sophisticated charm. So a debonair gentleman.
Curious, gracious,
courteous.
courteous. Excuse me. Yeah, courteous.
And so it is suave and refined, courteous, cheerful, affable. So basically, it's like if someone is debonair, like people like them, they notice it. They have a charm. It is comes from Old French. The original phrase is debonair, which is for some reason none of those words remind. It's like of good air, so of good lineage.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Air like with an H,
Yeah.
not
It's
with an
very
A.
fancy.
I actually think in my head I saw AIRE.
Okay, can I tell you what I don't like about
Like
this
air,
word though?
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like Debo-nair.
Debo.
He's very
The
Debo.
Deepster.
Just watch that be like the new. Oh, he's got the Riz. He's got the Debo.
Oh,
Bro, he's mad Debo.
No.
Mad
Mad Debo.
Mad Debo
or
over
the
here.
Nair.
He's got the Nair.
He's got the Nair.
It's got the Nair.
Well, Nair's already a thing, right?
Nar.
Well, Nar, like
That's what
shred
we're-
the Nar.
I don't know what Nair would be.
But Nair is
Nar?
different.
Nair-
Nar is different entirely.
Nar is
Also.
Yeah.
different.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
When I think of
Yeah.
Nair, I think of the hair removal.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got the
I
Nair.
think he's bald, hairless,
He's definitely hairless.
doesn't have eyebrows anymore.
Oh man.
Debonair. He's D.
I think
Bonaire.
That's the male version of that product instead of Nair. It's like the male branded version of that
Debonair.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah, Debonair.
So the word I hate because I feel like you're saying it wrong. I feel like someone just made up a dumb word. I know all words are made up.
Mhm.
I get it, you
Mhm.
guys. I get it. That's a dumb word.
Yeah.
There's something about it growing up too. When I would hear it, I thought it was debonair, which I think
Oh, sure.
sounds a little bit better. And when I realized it's a B in the word, I was like, that's stupid. Like people putting B's in the middle of a word just feels dumb. I don't like it.
aren't there some languages where, like, isn't Spanish or maybe certain Spanish dialects where like a B and a V are either interchangeable or just very similar
They're
sounding?
very similar. Yeah.
I think it
Mhm.
would be
Mhm.
my grandmother, very Spanish woman, even on my birthday cards would write "I love you very much," which I used to laugh about, and my mom would get mad at me for making fun of her. It made me laugh, you guys. But yeah, she would do that.
Yeah.
It wasn't very. I don't think I ever heard her made that sound. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in Spanish, I believe B and V are very similar pronounced. I wonder, yeah, because you were saying like it feels like a dumb word. I wonder
don't
if it
like
feels
it.
as dumb if you are French, like, or does that word actually make
Well,
more sense?
So they were sorting it. So it would be de, which is like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I always get the article like DE, DU, all these things are
Mhm,
like of
mhm.
the or of the.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's bon, which is good.
Okay.
So it's not one word. It's like de bonaire, like for the way we say it, it's de bon
Like
nair.
of good.
And then air,
Mhm.
I'm assuming it means like of a graces
Sure,
or something.
sure,
and so
sure.
they're assorting it with lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But us like mushing it all together into one word, I just think it just DEB.
It's a very German
Deb.
thing to do.
I don't like it.
DEBO. It's just not good.
DEBO, Debo.
I would say
Yeah, Debo.
probably have
Mm.
heard this word. When you said it, I'm like, I don't think I've ever
I
heard
liked
that
your
word.
eyebrows. Didn't matter. They were like this. They were like this, and then they went.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
They were up, and then they were completely down.
Yeah.
You said it sounds like a made up word, which, like you said, all words are made up. To me, it feels like the type of word that is like developed for legal purposes only. Like it only has court applications.
I agree.
That's what it feels like to me.
100% with you. Yeah, like you would. Why would anyone but a lawyer say that word?
Yeah.
Honestly,
uh-huh.
like tangentially,
Yeah,
that
that's
feels
one
No,
of
like
I'm
those
bringing
the
that
word.
one back. I'm bringing that into
That's
this.
one of those
That
words. That's
feels like one of
courtroom
those
talk.
words.
You leave
Yeah.
that in the courtroom.
that
you
feels like that.
debonair
That-
gentleman.
That feels like it.
How dare you?
How debonair you?
Dare
That honestly,
Compliment me in such a way.
that feels. By the way, speaking of something that's debonair, those socks, very debonair.
I thought you were mad that I had my shoe on your table.
No, you can. I don't care about this table.
Those are some eggy socks.
There's some eggy socks.
Eggy socks.
Band name, I call it.
you can add it.
Can I claim it as a nickname?
Yeah.
I'll
There's old eggy
I'm
socks.
gonna put that as your nickname in my phone. Don't worry, I'll
Do
do
it,
it right
do it, do it,
now.
do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Here's
Oh,
a
man.
question.
Yeah.
Does the eggy socks with the checker Vans, is it too much? Or is it
No,
just
it
enough?
feels like a
feels
good
like
diner.
flamboyance.
It
Not
feels like a
flamboyance.
good
feel like
diner
you wouldn't
homage.
do it.
Mm.
Yeah, I love the diner homage because like the checkered, like any good diner has a checkered board
100%.
floor.
Mhm.
Like 100%. So yeah, I think it goes well.
Thank you.
I think it goes well.
Sometimes I just like it because I feel like my up top is pretty normally dressed.
Mhm,
So then
sure.
I do something real exciting
Real fun
on the
Real
on
fun.
the foots.
on the footsies.
The feets.
The feetsies.
No,
Nope.
The
take
Nope.
it back.
Footsies.
Look, I got it.
Los
Jake Hasselbrock,
pies.
Eggy socks.
Eggy sacks.
That's so great.
I like it.
That's very exciting to me. Did you see your contact photo? It's of you in your
It's
Disney
me
uniform.
in costume.
When technically, I don't think we were supposed to see that
No,
yet.
you said don't show this to
Yeah,
anyone.
don't
no
show
one's
this.
seen
Or
this
you
was
were-
early.
it was
you
just-
weren't sure.
I just
You weren't
wasn't sure.
You weren't
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Which
this
is fair.
was
Which is
fairly
fair.
early on.
You're
I think it was like
Yeah.
right when you
Yeah.
left.
You're dealing
and
with
we
the
said
big
that.
mouse. I mean,
Well,
like,
yeah, because I took that picture like when I got my costumes,
mhm.
and then I showed you my cartoon
Your
character
cartoon
closet.
It's my favorite thing in
That's
the
fun.
world.
It's so fun.
To know that exists.
It's a real thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Debonair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not the worst word, but I will say this. I liked how I kind of felt like this word just came out of
Mhm.
nowhere.
Mhm.
I'm sure I was watching a show or something and I was
Sure.
like, I'm taking that word.
Yep.
Because at the time, especially, I was like, debonair. And I was just like, blah.
When you say it in kind of like
That's
a
what I mean.
snooty way,
You gotta say
Yeah,
like
it
it's your upper
feels
crust.
yeah.
pretentious.
Your nose has to be at least like 3 inches above where it normally is. Like you're just holding your nose.
Yeah,
up to
like even
people.
if it is a compliment, like I'm still upset because you're looking down at me the way you say
It
that.
reminds me of
Yeah.
a word you would use on purpose to get a reaction.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For
Like
sure.
if someone walked through and they were just like, they were debonair, I'd be like, wow, that guy,
Yeah.
classy, or,
Mhm.
something like
It's-
that.
yeah.
But if you're like, oh, he was debonair, am I right? And then I'd be like, shut up, Francine, which, sorry.
Hey. Hey.
If you don't know, that is my nickname for Cameron and has been for years.
Couple years now.
Is that your Kevin?
No, it's not my
no,
Kevin.
it's his old lady name. that I
Yeah.
gave him. He's my Francine and I'm Lois.
Yep, she's Lois.
see.
Because so she texted me and she said, "Thanks, Fran." Because
I was just saying friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just went, thanks, Fran.
Fran.
But then I was like, "You're welcome." ... Lois.
I went, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
am
can-
Francine.
I wasn't there, but I
You
can
are Lois
100%
from- yeah.
see this conversation playing out. Yeah,
Well, I think we saw each other
that makes
like
so much sense.
10-15 minutes after that.
Yeah, because I walked
Yeah.
into the worship center.
Mhm,
I think
mhm.
you were up in the booth and I went, Francine!
And I was just like,
Lois!
I was like, what? Yeah, it was great.
It was really good.
Fun. It was fun.
That's
Also,
good.
for any of you not watching the video and you hear my noise on my microphone, Jake is just over here doing something. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm
eating
I'm
Raisinets.
chewing into your microphone.
Why are you doing that? Get out of here.
Because I'm famously
Trail mix,
just
guys.
irrespective of any kind of personal space.
He just goes,
As you, I would,
could you get out of here? Get out of here, Jake.
I would hate that so much
Jake.
if someone was doing that to me.
What are you doing?
What are you
Get out
doing
of here. You need to leave,
I think it's
Jake.
time for you to go home.
Go take the 405.
I forgot to tell you guys this earlier. I have this bag of Raisinets sitting here.
Wasn't
And
that from
there's a,
last week?
Mind your business.
They don't go bad that
On
fast.
the back. It's
No, I'm
processed
no,
food.
I'm just saying.
It's dried fruit and chocolate. It's not
I-
going to go bad.
I wasn't insinuating anything.
You thinking I should eat more?
No.
I should eat it faster?
That's what
No.
I'm hearing. Yeah. You should.
Not eating enough Raisinets. I will get on that.
Okay, I'm gonna lose
Oh.
anyway. Keep going.
This little square on the back of the bag that says get in touch and has their number. Earlier, you guys were talking, and I looked down at it, and I kid you not, I read, got the Belch?
What does it actually say?
Get in touch.
Got the belt.
And I like double took, and I was like, what?
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, that can't be their catchphrase.
Got the belt.
Got the Belch.
But it could be
That's-
Taco Bell's catchphrase.
That would be like one of two things. That's either one, like a derivative of the Got Milk campaign.
Got the
I got the Belch. Or two,
But do you?
or two, it's like a campaign to raise like STD awareness. Like you should get tested. Got the Belch.
You never know unless you find out. Got the Belch. I don't even know what that means, but I hate it. I hate it.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Let's invent some slang. What should it mean?
Got the Belch?
Got the Belch.
That should just be like,
I think
are you
now
hungry?
it just means, yeah, do you want some
Have you eaten
raisinets?
today? Have you eaten today? Do you want some raisinets?
Or
You got the
yeah,
Belch?
like you're
Cameron, you got the Belch?
You got the Belch?
or it's after you've eaten and you got the Belch.
No, that's too practical.
Yeah.
I think so.
Is it too practical?
That just
gotta
makes
be-
sense.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
don't
That's fair.
like
That's
to
fair.
make
No.
perfect sense.
It's got to be convoluted.
It's got to be juicy or we don't want it. It's got to be ood.
Yo, speaking of juicy, that juicy booty got the Belch.
I don't want
Slang
to
combos.
Get in touch, my friend. Get in touch.
Okay.
We done?
get in touch with the Belch.
Okay.
How about
Really
this?
just
Why
need
don't you
to
guys
get in
rate my
touch
word
Yeah.
while
with
I
your
eat
inner
this raisinette,
Belch.
okay?
I'm gonna rate debonair. I'm gonna do pretty gross. Yep.
Pretty gross,
mhm,
yeah.
Yep. I'm
That's
gonna
good.
do pretty gross. Yep.
When you first said it and I realized I didn't know what it means,
Well, at the beginning of
My-
this
my
conversation,
brain-
Honesty is truly
when
the
it
best
went
policy.
Deb on air, I was like, is this a woman named Deborah learning how to levitate? Is this some deep meditation?
No longer on ice. You've seen Deb on ice, but have you seen Deb on air? You only wish.
You
So
wish.
you got that Belch?
oh man.
So based on that, yeah, pretty gross. I'm gonna say pretty gross because it mostly. I'm at the phase in knowing this word that it could mean anything.
Uh-huh.
You know?
It doesn't, but I
It doesn't,
hear what
but
you're
it
saying.
could.
But,
But
it
also, it
doesn't.
feels pretentious. Like we talked about. If you accuse me of being debonair, I would go.
I wouldn't.
Wow.
I like it,
Thanks.
but I wouldn't.
Wow.
Okay.
Are you gonna write down "got the Belch"? Because I feel like that's an appropriate
Please and thank
Yeah.
you.
title name.
Got
Yeah.
the Belch. Please and thank you.
I also rate it pretty gross. That's a triple pretty gross.
Mm-hmm.
It it's not the grossest word.
Yeah.
I know at the time it struck me pretty bad. Now it's not. I think because something that is debonair is great.
Sure.
People obviously can appreciate that. It's like the OG Riz. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It kind of is. Yeah.
OG
It's
Riz.
not.
I
it's
think
not.
Ask your grandpa. What
I
do you
think
think?
it. You know,
What does
there's.
he
I don't
is
think
the
it
OG
is.
Riz?
That's the Riz would only be like a partial completion of debonair. 'Cause
Well,
I
you
do
would-
think
You think
It does have the addition
it
of, like,
encompasses
swab.
it
Yeah.
encompasses
Yeah.
Riz.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
it has. If you're debonair, then you has the Riz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you ain't got the Belch, but you has the Riz. Who's
Yep.
up?
I am.
Okay.
I'm up. Yep. Well, I actually already said my word.
Did you know?
I did.
It's not
Mhm.
PP, is it?
Have
Is
you heard me say that?
Pee pee poo poo pee 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 poo poo.
PP.
Have you guys heard me say any
Like
of that?
constantly. I'm
Okay.
like, please stop. We're trying to record
You talking?
a
That's
podcast
all I
sure,
hear.
sure,
Really?
sure,
I
sure.
mean, that's-
My word is couch.
Couch.
Couch. Mm-hmm.
Mm. That's unfortunate because that's a good band. Couch.
Sure. I
Look 'em
never
up if you
listened to them,
haven't.
I don't think. But yeah,
Good
sure,
band.
sure.
Good
But yeah.
band.
Couch.
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 I feel like there's a lot of couch derivatives that I don't like. Couch potato.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Well ran dry quick on that one. Ooh. Pack up and move out of town. We gotta hit
You're
a
just
new couch.
pumping them out. Left and right.
My brain next went to futon, if that's worth anything.
No,
It's
it's
not.
true. It's fair. That's fair.
It's not.
Who likes a futon?
Oh man.
Should I tell you? I mean, it's not a bad story. I just didn't know if you wanted to know. I gave birth to Isley on a futon.
Oh,
Okay.
lovely.
they're useful. It was horrible, is what I'm getting
That's
at.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because the metal pole was in the way the whole time, and it hurt my knees.
That's wild.
Did the futon quickly go into the dumpster?
Was it in couch mode or bed mode?
I didn't do anything on it.
Other than give birth.
Which I feel like can be a messy process.
It can
potentially.
be.
Yeah.
It can be.
So, yeah.
I didn't ruin the futon.
Oh,
okay. I'm
okay,
a very
great.
polite pregnant lady.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad.
You guys are terrible people.
I'm just double checking.
Noted.
I don't know.
Noted non-dads in the room.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You have sisters. You've got a million family members.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean.
You're capable. Never mind. I digress.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
The
fair.
futon sucked.
Sure.
And it was not in couch mode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Couch.
But yeah, no, couch. Just a pretty common word that just doesn't it feels like squished to me. It feels like couch. It's like feels like there should be more
Like
to the word.
like you want a sectional, but it's a love seat.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
got
like
you.
it's just a couch. It's a couch.
I feel like a couch is always like worn, broken in. A sofa you can buy new, but you're
Ooh.
not buying a new couch.
I'm the total opposite here.
Really?
Yeah.
Sofa to me sounds like a wet loaf of bread.
Soggy wet bread. Yeah.
Couch to me,
Yeah.
generic.
Hmm.
It's just kind of, it's there.
I do. I think I lean towards Jake, where like a sofa, it has just it's like in a living room that you don't live in. It's,
like it goes in a formal living room.
Yes, yeah.
Versus
where
like the family
lived in-
room.
yeah, like where, yeah. I think I would
I
probably.
feel like
yeah.
a sofa belongs in the lounge of a man named Reggie from the 70s.
That's what I'm saying.
And you are not discoing in that room.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sofas are not they're not friendly fire to me. Couch, I don't like that word,
No.
however, because there's something, again, like you were saying, it's like pinched about the word.
Yeah, I don't
And
know. I don't know what it is.
What was there? We had a different word we were talking about this. How instead of saying ow, I say ouch. That's what it reminds me of.
That's exactly what it is.
Ouch.
Couch.
Couch.
Yeah.
It just, you sound dumb saying it, you know? It's not a great word.
No, it's not. Yeah, definitely not the grossest, but I think for a very common item that's just around, like couch is not pleasant. It's not a pleasant word.
I also have very mixed feelings because I love interior design. I like beautiful furniture. So I've seen some couches that I'm like, I don't like the feeling a couch is capable of evoking from me, because I'm either like, oh my God, this couch, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then that's weird. That's weird to feel that way over a piece
bit.
of furniture,
Yeah,
right?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
But I have seen some where I'm like,
That's amazing.
I want that so bad.
Mhm.
It's weird. Then I've seen some where I've been like, why do you exist? It's upsetting to me that you are out there, that someone actively is either purchasing or producing you.
Sure.
I hate that.
Sure.
And then also just like, I've had terrible luck as an adult with couches.
You have
lived at my you lived at my house. You've been to
haven't
my
lived at-
house
yeah.
for years.
Yes.
Have I had a good couch?
And
I've been
honestly,
through how many?
Yeah, I think at least 4.
I am not
Wow.
a good couch picker.
Mm-hmm.
My leather couch I like, but it's too small to be useful, and it's not that fun to like do this on.
Yeah.
But I do like that sofa.
The gray one's not bad, but you also
The
feel
gray
like there's a
one's-
smell.
The gray one's broken in, and I'm sorry, there is a smell. My son sleeps on that.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
fair.
found a
That'll do
couch because I have seen multiple people who have it,
Mm-hmm.
or at least a version of it, at Costco.
Oh.
And it's a big ass sectional. And I'm like, yes, would it turn my entire living room into a couch?
Sure.
Yes.
Is that a problem?
Is that a bad thing?
No.
I'm starting to think no.
Well, yeah, because for your guys' room
I
and
think
the
it
way
works.
that it's laid out, yeah, it
you
would
have
work.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys,
At
and
some
then
point.
that stinky couch is gonna be gone. So
Yeah,
don't worry
that's fair.
about it.
That's fair. That's
Couch
fair.
be gone.
That might not be a bad idea.
I know.
That
not
might,
terrible.
that might be
No.
pretty
And
good.
it's Costco. I mean, they're fairly reasonable with everything that they do.
Yeah.
But I do have a dream that has never been actualized.
Uh-huh.
And so that's another reason why couch is such a difficult word for me, because it's a constant reminder.
Of a dream.
I am one of these people who like dream of owning a white couch.
Mm.
I have 2 dogs and 2 kids. This is not gonna happen.
I also just feel like
Yeah.
a white couch is by definition going to be uncomfortable. I feel like it just has to
You
be
don't know the
uncomfortable.
couch I'm looking at. This is
I
the
don't,
dream,
but
you have
that's
to
my
think,
association with white couch.
How
I
many
think,
people? Well, because you're not going to be comfortable on it, right? You're going to go, this is a white couch.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
part of
sit
what
on
I
this
mean.
couch. Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
get that.
I
Yeah.
think
I think I have too many people over for me to have a white couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and for people to feel like they can be there and
Yeah.
bring their blanket and,
I think my
which Cameron does.
I do. I think my mom bought like a matching set of a couch and love seat, and my sister, who has 3 kids, is like, Mom, you are. My mom also is very clean. She is like, she keeps the house very, very nice, and so my sister was like, I'm gonna feel horrible coming to your house because I don't want them to have to feel like they have to like be kind to the couch.
Did your
like,
sister consider your mom's subversive way of saying stop coming over with your kids is the couch?
No, it's not, because my mom like is quality time, love language, and
Dang it.
really,
I'm like, that's
and
a great way to be like, don't come over.
honestly, quality time and physical touch. She always wants hugs from like the kiddos and like her
Ew.
grandkids, and so like
Kids are the worst.
that's fair, but but yeah, so like, no, she wants them over whenever and however often she can, but also doesn't like mess, and so it's like,
I feel that.
yeah.
Hmm.
I
So,
love people at my house,
yeah.
but I would love it to not have people in it.
It's fair. It's fair. I like it.
It's fine. It's
Mhm.
whatever.
Yep.
It's just stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of my associations with couch
Mhm.
is due to the fact that I am in a time of my life that's very transitional and I
Yeah.
move a lot. And moving couches feels like the worst part
That's
every
why.
time.
That's why.
Oh, come on.
every time.
You ever moved a piano?
Yes.
Because that's
Yeah,
worse.
But I don't own a piano, and that is why.
Yeah,
Because moving
no.
pianos
Oh,
is
it's awful.
the
It's
worst
awful.
thing
It's awful.
ever.
it's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Or, if I may, right? A sleep number bed's not great to move either.
No. No.
That thing you gotta,
No.
it's thingies. But a couch is at least
Yeah.
you're guaranteed to move a couch almost every time you move, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty
for
much,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Not always a piano, but for sure a couch.
For sure.
Yeah,
a couch.
that's why I picked this one when I bought it. Like, I actually looked around a ton, and I was like, I had a leather couch that really started ripping, and like there were just like it was not holding up well. And so I was like, I need something durable, because I don't want to have to buy another couch, and I want it to be light, because I knew I was living in an apartment. So I was like, this will move at some
Mhm.
point. This couch better be the lightest thing that I can actually find, but still be durable. Found this one. It was actually
I
pretty
like
good.
this couch.
It was like $550 or something like that. It was
That's
like
not
new.
bad,
Yeah, for a new couch,
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal.
No, and
So,
it's comfy. It's
yeah,
nice.
it's yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
fine.
other thing is that, I mean, this is furniture in general.
Yeah.
And me being a young career bachelor,
Sure.
couches are expensive.
God, they're so
Yeah.
way,
And the ones that aren't
way
expensive
too
are gross.
expensive. Yeah,
They are
way
gross.
too
And that's
expensive.
just how it is. There's no in
They're
between.
so expensive.
Terrible.
Did you
Criminal.
ever
Yeah.
sit on the black velvet couch in the green room?
Yeah, at church in the salt room, there used to be a black couch.
I don't
Do you
think so.
remember- That was
I don't think
one
it
of
was
my
there.
old couches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Hate that couch. I spent so much money on that stupid couch.
I almost
God.
brought it here, and like when
It
I
would have
first
been good
moved
in the
here,
corner for like just laying
kind
down
of,
on
yeah.
or
But then
something.
I think like the legs had broken multiple
Yeah.
times.
Well, that's because I changed the legs
so-
out. It
yeah.
came with these, so also, I am not a tall person. My husband is not a tall person.
Mhm.
This couch was too short for us.
Mm.
The original legs were like these weird metal bar things. And I was like, this sits like this high off
Yeah,
the ground.
it's a
It
pretty low
feels
couch.
bad
Yeah.
sitting on it. And at the time, we frequently had like the Nesbits coming over.
They're tall. Mhm.
Huge people that I was like, there's no way they're going to
Mhm.
sit on this couch.
Mhm.
So we bought different legs for it, which looked better.
Yeah.
They didn't look like razor blades you're going to like stub and slice your
Sure.
foot open on.
Sure.
But they weren't made for it. So I don't
Yeah.
think the weight distribution was quite right. And they would bend. a
Yeah.
lot.
And so I was like,
Very scary.
I don't really want to deal with this couch. So
And it had like no back.
no back.
That was the worst part about
That-
it.
No
That's
back.
that's a
The
deal
back
breaker
was like
for me.
this
No back.
deep.
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
sat on it, you're like,
Gotta have a couch
yeah,
with a back.
it was bad.
Yeah, it
Your
wasn't
head would
good.
hit the wall and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah. Mm-mm. It didn't look bad.
It looked cool.
Yeah.
That's all it had going for it.
That was pretty much it.
And I was impressed because I have a black dog, but I have a white dog as well. So I was like, oh my God, I bought a black couch and I have a white dog that sheds. It was surprisingly easy to clean.
Yeah.
But other than that, worst couch I've ever had.
Yep. I can attest to that.
I hate that couch.
I think it found its way into a dumpster. So
Good.
or no,
Wait,
someone.
it was
all on
breaking.
its own.
Yeah.
Someone
yeah.
broke it. They like sat on it too hard
Yeah.
and didn't know in
Uh-huh.
the green room, and
Yeah.
it just collapsed.
Yeah. Yeah. It was bad.
Wait, I think I did see this couch because I think I
Yes.
was there when that happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
It's a story.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's a
man.
thing for sure.
Do you want to rate
Pretty gross.
the word couch? Yeah.
The couch is pretty gross.
The couch is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty gross couch.
I'll give it pretty gross too.
Couches kind of are icky to me.
Yeah.
I don't know because I also I don't know. That makes me couch. It's not necessarily associated with the word couch. Couch. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll keep it.
Like I said, for me, there's a good band called Couch. I mean, I'm a big fan of couches when they are
Oh
solid.
sure. Oh absolutely.
I'm a
yeah.
big couch guy.
Yeah.
But
Also, like, yeah, I don't. You know, when you get older and like appliances and other things start becoming like, yeah, I'm
Like,
excited to
I'm
buy a
so
couch.
Glad to get
I
me
don't-
a good couch.
I don't know if I actually am excited to buy like because I don't know.
I will be when my
Yeah.
children no longer destroy all of the things
Sure.
I love and hold dear.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause- Well, and also my dogs, because
Mm-hmm.
my leather couch, I actually paid quite a bit of money for that couch, and I really do like that
Mhm,
couch.
mhm.
And it is just completely covered in claw marks.
Yeah.
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 I think at one point my kids wrote like words into the leather too when they were
With their claws.
Yep.
with something. I don't even want to know what it was. All I know is that I felt nothing but pure rage. Blinding, white hot rage.
man.
Oh, those kids.
Yeah. Speaking of rage, I don't know. Anyway,
I think you.
I don't know.
There's
Wow,
a chance
you haven't been
could
doing
rage.
good.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You might rage at my word.
What is it?
I'm going with betwixt.
No, you're not.
Betwixt.
No, you're not.
See, the problem you have from the get go is that it has the word Twix in it, which I love.
Yeah.
Pick a side.
And I
Both.
haven't. I don't eat chocolate, but Twix,
Is up there.
probably one of my, if not my all-time favorite candy bar.
Mine too.
I mean, like, it's so good.
I think
Mine
that's my
too.
dad too. My dad
Yeah.
used to all the time get
My dad's
Twix.
was Butterfinger.
I can't. The texture hurts
I
my
get
teeth.
that. I get that. I get that.
Twix are perfect in all their ways.
But your word is
betwixt.
okay. Betwixt.
Betwixt.
Is it
that
ED is it
worse. I
ED
think
at
it's
the end?
T.
No, it's a T at the end, right?
T, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Betwixt.
Because it's
Betwixt.
TIXT.
Yeah.
Twixt.
Just say
That's-
between.
that's
you know?
stupid.
Just say between. It's a stupid word.
You know what?
It is between.
You know what? It's
right?
not.
That is the
Between.
word. Yeah.
It's not.
Is it not?
Here's why. Have you ever heard of the word bewitch?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like if something is betwixt, it's telling you more than it's just I'm in between these things. It's I am like enraptured with both these things. I've been spellbound and I'm just in the middle.
Like you don't just find yourself passively in between. You're like trapped, torn between.
Yeah, like one day, Jake, maybe you'll be in some kind of love triangle. Well, you'll meet
How dare you?
two
How dare
beautiful
you?
women.
First of all,
who both capture
don't
your
you get my
attention.
hopes up.
I would love to be betwixt that. And you are like, I can't choose because they have betwixt. I'm betwixt.
No.
I don't know. I'm making something up.
Yeah, I know.
But I love it, and I'm going with it.
Don't be betwixting me.
I am.
I would
I'm
not
going
like
with
to be
it.
betwixted
Well,
upon.
You don't always get a choice. That's all I'm saying.
I don't like like between. Like why would you not just use the word between? It's like who would ever use the word betwixt?
Really awesome people.
I feel like if someone earnestly was complaining to me and said they were betwixt these things, my reaction would be a phrase that we used quite frequently in the Magic Kingdom parking lot, which is, it's not that deep. You're not betwixt. Really? Come on. It's not that deep.
You guys, there is well, first of all, it's regional.
To what region?
Chiefly South Midland and Southern U.S.
Chiefly.
Another gross word, my friends. Chiefly.
And Southern
And it
U.S.
means between.
Sure.
Which I will say, you know what makes this word terrible is that there is a common idiom, betwixt and between. Why are you saying that? Now I'm bothered.
Wait, betwixt and between?
Yes. Betwixt and between, meaning the idiom means neither the one nor the other, in the middle or an unresolved position.
So I'm
betwixt and between myself on this election. Yeah.
I do feel like thinking about like regional, I do think that a Southern accent would make the word better. I feel like that. And I can't do accents, so I'm not even gonna try.
Do it.
Don't
tell me you're not going to.
I used to
'cause then
think
want
I
you
was
to.
decent at accents, and then doing this, I start thinking about it too much. I'm like, can I still do Jerry Seinfeld? I don't remember.
Did you
Can I
ever
do a
do
Southern
Jerry
accent?
Seinfeld?
Did I?
Did you?
Did I?
Did you?
Did Cameron?
I think that's my impression.
That's
Well, you
just
know
your
it's
life.
yours. But it's
Yeah,
like
no,
it's
I
like the
can't-
like the
I'm not
stately
doing
like
it.
Southern, right? Like
Betwixt and between.
I do
Here's some
say I found
molasses.
myself betwixt
See,
the couch here
honestly,
and the couch over there.
yeah, I feel like that actually makes it a little better.
You think so?
I think so. I think it does. I think it actually
Yeah, because
fits
it adds
that.
a charm to it.
It does. It does.
But here's the thing. To me, there's no real person that talks like that anymore. So I feel like if you're saying it like that, you are just. There's no drawl in that.
I don't like how they say it.
There's no drawl.
Betwixt.
Bet-
Betwixt.
that sounds like a spell.
Was that Google?
Betwixt.
Was that?
What does that spell do?
It just, you can't make up your mind.
I think it puts books away in between other books. I think that's what.
But
the
like
spell
really,
is.
really
Betwixt.
tightly, like it
Yeah.
just
right.
barely fits.
Right. It's like
Betwixt and between.
find the exact width of space and just.
That's kind of fun though. I like watching those videos sometimes,
Sure.
like things that
Oh,
fit
yeah.
perfectly.
Oh yeah. Satisfying. The satisfying videos. There's a YouTube channel that I watch, and they're
Of course.
yes, there is, and they are VFX artists, so like they make YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. And one of their videos, they did a competition of like who can create the most satisfying, like reel or who can make the most satisfying reel. And the one that won, it was these long puzzle piece shaped like blocks of like stone, and it spun and slid across the stone, and it had that sound and it slid, and then it fit right into where the puzzle piece, and then it slid down and it just fit perfectly, and it just kept doing that over and over and over again, and it was good. It was really good.
Nice.
I watched this. I don't know. It might have been real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering why our generation has certain issues that we have. And then it just showed It just showed all of the. This is what you said. Just reminded me of this. All of these videos of things we have been programmed to just stare at our entire lives.
Sure. Yeah.
Which are mostly like computer. What's the waiting screen called again? I lost the word.
Oh, like screensaver?
Like a sleep screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
screensaver.
Oh, sure.
So like the
one that
word.
Oh, the
bounces.
DVD.
This
No, the
one.
DVD one.
And
yeah.
then the pipe one where
Yep.
it just go
Uh-huh.
or like things would just fall down and you're like
Yeah.
waiting for them to fit. And freaking Tetris.
Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
if there
so
wasn't,
we're just programmed to just be like,
if there wasn't a game that betwixt
that
like
would be I would play that game.
Tetris, yeah, like that, it describes Tetris very well.
That would be a great game because you can make it like a game where someone has to make a decision between things, but but make it hard. Like basically, you're playing a Sophie's Choice game,
Mm-hmm.
but she's betwixt. Wow, that really like undermines the current of that very sad film and the choice she had. I'm not gonna spoil it. I
No.
know you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen
No,
it.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
terrible.
I
and
think
that
I've-
just really lightened the mood somewhere that should not have been lightened.
I think I know what her choice is supposed to be at the end of the movie or whatever, but I don't remember it fully. I have a vague recollection of someone telling me about it. Plus, also,
Probably me.
it might have been, but also, when did that movie come out? Like a long time ago. So,
And like it's got to be 70s, 80s,
yeah,
something like that.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
betwixt.
Well,
yeah. Mhm.
I will say this. I think I'm also going to give this word a pretty gross, and here's why. It's so much fun to say. It's stupid to say,
It's
though.
stupid. Yeah, I disagree
and
with you on that.
The way it looks is icky. It's super icky to look at. Like,
Yeah.
I just watched you write it down, and even me, ew, like, that's not a real word.
Yeah,
I mean, there's my handwriting, but also
I wasn't gonna say anything.
It's not not great, but
not
I
great.
assumed you weren't
Also-
trying to make it great.
no.
Sure.
This
No,
is
not
also
at
a
all.
half notepad on my leg
Yes, that's fair.
with
That's
a
fair.
mic in my hand.
That's
I
fair.
got you.
Yeah,
No, and that's what
you're
I said. I
multitasking.
don't think you were trying, so
I
I wasn't
wasn't,
judging
no.
it. But this is hideous.
Yeah, that's a tough word to look at.
BETWIXT.
It's one of those instances of an X that's like, that surely can't be real, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, it just doesn't look
I
right.
do like the twa. That's my favorite
Yeah,
part. Twa.
a twa's pretty fun.
Twa
I gotta
is fun.
say.
Twa is
Twi.
less gross,
Twa.
but the ix.
Ixt.
Ixed.
Betwixt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Betwixt.
So remember how I was we've talked about this at some point. How the end of words that end in ed, if you say them like an edda kind of thing, like this, that's how that reminds me. Like it sounds like you're mispronouncing it, but I know you're not.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
it's almost like
Yeah.
wasps, like the end of it.
Yes.
because it's like
Yeah.
you're for a thing that we normally would shorten in
Yeah.
the way that we speak. You can't
Right.
and actually say this word.
So because that's what I mean. Like I can't remember what show it's from, but it made me do it to any ed words. Like if it was the word that came to mind was couch. So this doesn't fully work. Would it be like couched rather than couched?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that word reminds me of. It's like instead of betwixt, you're going betwixted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it.
That is. I think that probably is the worst part of the word is the ending.
yeah, that
Yeah.
weird, ugly T. It's kind of like my maiden
Ugly
name,
tea.
isn't it?
Oh, a little bit. Yeah.
He's like, what is it? My maiden name is Gerhardt.
Gerhardt,
And there's
yeah.
a T at the end.
Is it one T or two T's?
One,
One.
it's GERHARDT. It's German.
Oh, DT.
But it's just
Yeah.
I
ugly
like a
because you're like, why
DT.
is that there? I've my whole life people are going, is it Gerharded? Yes, that's what it is.
Ger-
That's my last
it's-
name,
How say it again?
Gerhardt.
Okay.
It's German. It's like a derivative of Gerard.
Sure.
Mm.
I think I would probably drop the
Gerhardt.
D and have the
And they
T.
do. There
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
a lot of
Right.
again because that's actually it's a last name in Germany,
Right.
but it's also a first name because
Sure.
again it's like
Sure.
Gerard.
Right.
So there are multiple spellings, but they're all basically the same name.
Yeah.
And they have them with just the D.
Right.
They have them with just the T.
Yeah.
They have them longer where it almost spells like heart rather than hard T.
Right. Right.
Oh
right.
my gosh, it says hard T. Oh my God, I
Wow.
should make a hard tea brand. Gerhard tea. Oh, that's not my last name anymore.
Get Bill to jump on that.
Guys, I've almost been not a Gerhardt just as long as I was one.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Is that weird?
That's crazy.
Is that weird to you?
It's something that I've never had to think
And
about.
you never will.
Probably
Maybe
not.
Unless you're
Maybe.
like, she has the coolest last name.
I don't
and
know.
I'm gonna take
One
it.
of my professors in college added his wife's last
Like a
name when they got married,
like-
hyphenated.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Because
I think
they
that's kinda
took
cool.
each other's names and hyphened.
Yeah.
I think that's way cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because personally, I know Gerhardt's it's annoying to spell, but I think it's a cooler last
Yeah,
name
no,
than
it's good.
Han.
It's a cool sounding name for sure.
I think it's way cooler. They're both German, and so I
Yeah.
imagine we were probably fighting at one point. you know?
Probably.
You know?
Yeah. Mhm.
I think well, I think I've told this story before, but some family friends daughter got married and they didn't take her last name or his last name. But
They
there
just
was
made
like
a new name?
there was an older family name that got
Ooh.
that they had to change or
That's
like
kinda cool.
and they had like a ranch in the
Yeah,
family and
yeah.
the ranch had the same name, but then the family didn't have the same name, and so they took that name.
I think that's kind
and
of
so
cool.
yeah, so they kind of went
See, I
back
never thought
to
about
their
that. You're changing your name.
mhm.
Yeah.
It could be whatever. It could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
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 It could be whatever you want it to be.
And it costs apparently it costs a lot of money to change like your name. And
It's
so
a bit of an
and
extensive
it's a process and all
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So it's like
maybe if it's for marriage, I didn't think that was true. Maybe if it's for
that's what I've heard.
I don't remember.
That's what I've heard, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
know.
we did it pretty much right away.
Right.
And I've heard other people that I know that are married that they like, oh yeah, I've been married a few years now, but I still haven't changed my name. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, it's just expensive. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that's a Washington thing.
It probably is.
Maybe.
It probably is.
Because I don't remember that ever being like on our minds at all. It was
Mm.
like, no,
Yeah.
we just change it. I mean, like, yeah, it does. It's not free,
No.
which I think is weird. It's your name.
It's
I
all
know
the
it's hard to go through the
pa-
records
paying
and
the
the
filing
paperwork,
and all
so-
that kind of stuff, yeah.
It might also just be maybe you have to dig up like a certain amount of records.
Yeah.
And associate them all the way back
And
to
make
your
sure they
social
all-
security.
yeah.
And blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Because like
Yeah.
my sister, there was something. It seemed like it was either when she was starting college or there was something, but like as a like young adult, like ran into issues with it when it was like as a baby, like was
Wow.
when the name change was
Huh.
initiated. So
Interesting.
I don't know.
So one of my favorite things in my family, and it reminds me of what we do here by
Mhm.
pointing out like just the grossness of everyday words. I feel like I've told you this before that one of my brothers were very close, and when growing up, when we would argue or fight, we
Mhm.
never once apologized to each other. But our version of apologizing was because back then too, phone books were normal to have in
Mhm.
your home, and one of us would, because we'd like if we're mad at each other, we just lock ourselves in our rooms, right? When you were ready to just like not be mad anymore and maybe like hang out, we would go and sit at the dining room table. Our phone book was always there for some reason at my house. We just flip it open and just, oh, that person's name is Barabbas. Dumb name, And it would catch the other person's interest. And then eventually we found ourselves together laughing at people's names in the phone book.
Hmm.
To the point where even till this day, like if I was mad at him or vice versa, and I'd be like, David, I just want to read the phone book. That would mean to us like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can we talk again?
Mhm.
That kind of a thing.
Interesting.
Because we did that so frequently, it just kind of became our thing. Like he would not be like, you just want to read the phone book?
Yeah.
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 Because we knew we would just laugh.
That's fun.
And so, and again, that kind of makes me think that would maybe, I mean, it seems a little bit mean, but it would be kind of funny to have like a names episode. Because we're talking about changing names, and I'm like, there are some names I've heard that I go, you can change that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like hearing the hyphenated names. That's so cool. Or like taking on a forgotten name in your lineage. I'm thinking some people have some bad names.
The best one.
Change it.
The best one for I actually had two friends. One was Matt, and then his last name Asimakopoulos.
No way.
I'd
Yep.
keep it.
Yeah. That one was pretty cool.
I just call him
but
awesome.
it's also like so weird. Like it's a weird spelling and all that.
I was gonna say,
it's hard.
as someone who has a
Yeah.
last name that no one can spell,
Right.
that would get
Yeah.
exhausting.
But then another friend, then they were really good friends. His name was Marshall Tramp, and it's like, you got to change your name, dude.
That's not that bad because I have a friend whose sister, his name is Josh.
Mhm.
Very normal, common
Sure.
name. His sister's name is Regina.
Yeah.
It's not even Regina. And I'll
not
give you
even-
this. Regina, I don't know, said that way, but it means queen.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
that's a great name. Horrible. I'm like, change it.
Yeah.
Also, who looks at their beautiful kid and goes, Regina?
Regina. Yeah. No.
It'd be like looking at your kid and naming like a little baby, like, you know, how they name them like old people. Like you've never met a child named that name.
I think that's funny though.
It is
I
funny.
love that.
It is funny, but I'm also like, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It would have to be the right one.
Elsie in my family because my mom was the youngest of 10, and so we have a huge family. So her mom, my grandma, was named Elsie, and so it's a family name now that is getting passed to like the youngest generation.
Yeah.
And so like it is a little
It sounds
interesting.
young to me, but if you grew up with that being your grandma, I
Yeah.
could see it not sounding young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My grandmas had like grandma names.
Sure.
Like my grandma's Betsy,
Mm-hmm.
Hilda, and Margie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have my grandma Isabel, but actually I think her name's the only normal cool name.
Right.
All the other ones, terrible names.
Yeah.
I would consider my grandpa's name was Glenn.
Glenn.
I have a cousin. I have a cousin, Glenn.
Like just in
Yeah.
terms of like passing down the name.
Mm-hmm.
I
and
can't not
a
think
way to
of
get
Glenn
away with it.
Close.
Sure.
And that's a
Sure.
woman.
Sure.
I think of, wasn't there a Glenn in the Eagles?
Maybe. I don't
feel
know.
like there
I don't
was.
know their
Yeah.
names.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Dons. There were 2 Dons in the Eagles. My family really likes the Eagles.
You know what? Color me not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either.
At first I thought you said colored me nuts.
Well, color me nuts. Write it down. Color me nuts.
Huh?
Oh man.
Sounds like a pirate with a request.
Are we gonna slap those two sentences together? Got the Belch, colored me nuts.
Got the belch. Color me nuts. Well, color me nuts. I got the belch. Guys, this went south.
Guys, I'm sweating.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
you have a sweater on. That's the only time it's appropriate to
warm.
I'm gonna say betwixt is pretty
You
gross.
still haven't rated
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
rated- I haven't
We
rated
went
it.
on a name tangent.
We did.
Whoops.
Yeah.
We've been, guys, we have not been on track this
No.
episode.
No.
Longest
It's gonna be
episode
so
in the
long.
world.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, when we hadn't even said a word in 20 minutes, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be long."
I don't even know what we were talking about.
I don't remember.
I
either.
might listen to it.
What did you rate?
Pretty gross.
Pretty gross. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Name it pretty
So
gross.
Jake, you have the
Name it.
because literally every
really
rating is
doesn't
pretty
like it,
gross.
though.
It's gonna ruin this.
He
Yeah,
really
don't
doesn't
like
like,
this word,
it.
though.
You don't have to do
You know,
it. For
you
the
do what
thing.
you need to do.
Do what
Do
you
it.
have to
because
do.
it doesn't assault my ears.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
for me, that barrier is like
Yeah.
it's disgusting at most.
Sure.
And even then, I do think of Twix when I
Yeah.
think betwixt.
Which is great.
And you're right when you broke it down, as you do,
Mm-hmm.
break down
As
those words.
You do.
I do.
It's
The
the
phonetics.
B, but it's also
It really
the
is
twa.
just the XT at the end.
Yeah, it's the XT at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Betwixt.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
know.
do it.
How about this B-twa?
That's like I saw a post that was like, why do we like the way we nickname some names are totally arbitrary? What if we take parts from the other syllables in names? And I can't remember. I can't
That's
think of an
really
example.
smart, though.
Oh man.
That's really smart.
Are you doing pretty gross?
I'm doing pretty gross. Yeah.
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 Guys.
This whole episode has been.
We're
It's the
all
pretty gross episode.
Oh man, I think that's crazy. That's crazy that we. Does that say something about our like state of mind?
Our general mood
right now?
That we went on like
Probably.
11 tangents. I definitely ate half this bag into my microphone.
Yep.
And we all rated pretty gross.
I think that kind of says where we're at right
Ew,
now.
It's
guys.
kind of, you know.
It's the
just
general
that
consensus.
episode.
It's just that episode.
It's
and
just that episode.
speaking of that episode,
Maybe it's the episode that should have been lost.
Well, color me nuts, but
it's the pronounce around time.
pronounce around.
Oh man, Sarah,
Color me nuts.
you
What?
gotta start.
That's just
Oh.
the butts.
Okay. Got the belch? What was my? Oh yeah. Debonair.
Did your vocal cords give out there?
You know
for
what
just a little bit?
helped? I have really bad allergies, so it helped.
Yeah, that's fair.
There was a little phlegm on the end of that one.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Phlegm on the end.
Phlegm on the end.
You can have that band's
got it.
name.
Phlegm on the
end.
yeah.
I don't
No, I
want
don't
it.
want. I don't want
You
that
can have
band
it.
name.
How do you spell
don't
phlegm?
PG.
No, PHL.
Oh, it's like phlegm.
Yeah, it
yeah,
sure is.
I think it's
Phlegm. Guys,
I
that's
don't wanna
someone's
look
word.
At that.
flag
That's
it.
someone's word. Phlegm.
Flag 'em.
Phlegm.
Flag 'em.
Band name, I call it.
Boy.
Did you flag him?
Oh boy.
Flag him. Do you remember the word?
Yeah.
Don't me to say it again.
Nope. Debonair.
That felt like an accusation.
To me, that felt like you were really pondering.
I felt that. No, that was like an old, almost dead judge giving his verdict, and he was like, "And I pronounce you," or whatever he says. Debonair.
I feel like you said that.
Debonair.
You said that the way a creaky door would say it.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
did.
Yeah,
That
I
was
did. Yep.
icky.
Mhm.
Stop being so icky, Cameron.
Take it. That's the point.
Icky.
It's the ick.
That's the point.
Debonair.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel great about
I like the breath at the very beginning of it. That was pretty good.
That was like
the-
probably the most like shapely. Keep going. Keep going. I stop. I'm be quiet. Kevin, shut up. What do you have? The Belch? Not in public, okay? Color me nuts, but you're not allowed to get the microphone again. Flag 'em.
My word.
What is it?
I don't
Ew, why are
why'd
you
have to
sniffing?
sniff?
This is a word
What are you
show, not a
smelling?
sniff show.
I got it for this one. For some reason, I just gotta smell it. Couch.
You know who that was, right?
I don't want any of that.
No,
The bear's back.
the bear.
The bear?
The bear.
The bear.
Who
The
no
bear
one
is back.
invited on the show.
No
that's
one-
fair. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nope. That's me.
Hmm.
See, here's my dilemma. Is that like it is a short word?
No, I
There's
got it.
not
Is
a-
it my turn yet?
No, it's Jake's.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm caught. I initially had to figure out what direction. Now I'm caught
Right.
betwixt two different directions to go with it.
Do you feel proud of yourself or a little dead
So
inside?
proud, so incredibly proud of myself. I'm thriving. Okay, I'm in it. Ready? Couch.
I'm not sitting on it.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Do you want to hear the other direction?
No.
After
Okay.
after.
Okay, yeah.
No,
After
you
Sarah.
could. You can if you want. Mine was couch.
Sorry for all the headphone listeners.
Was that loud?
That might have been a little bit. No.
Maybe.
God, look how loud I am today on there.
They'll fix it in post. It's okay.
They'll.
They, them, the guy.
I want to hear your other pronunciation.
Do it.
My other pronunciation, one of us said it feels crunchy, a couch, or
Yeah.
just the
No,
word.
no one said that.
I
I think you said that.
No
Didn't
one
you say that?
said
I think
that.
I
We
said
it said
squished
pinched.
or pinched.
Pinched,
I think
okay.
I said
You
pinched.
said crunchy couch.
Okay, well, crunchy couch to me sounds like couch.
Couch. Couch.
It's really leaning
Maybe
into
I
the
feel like I'm going like
CH.
this
Yeah,
to you, like
yeah,
Couch.
Couch.
couch. That's the sound you make when you get a shot. Couch.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
And only getting a shot. No other painful experience.
Well, I just pinched him. Pinch.
Yeah.
It's not
It was
great.
a very
That's
soft.
just me.
It was a
It's not
soft.
It was a
great.
soft
I
pinch.
grabbed like when you grab more, it hurts
It was-
less.
it was
I didn't
for-
do like the tiny pinch.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
fair.
for
It
That's
wasn't
fair.
malicious.
demonstrative purposes only. Anyway, betwixt.
No, take it.
Are you?
Could you hear the
Ouch.
indecision in
Are
it?
you? Are you a
Yes.
Are you a ghost who can't decide to move on from this life?
It's
And
the ghost
so,
that Sarah was high fiving
Yeah.
that one time
I-
they're
on this very couch.
they're
High five to million angels.
they're betwixt life, like ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I like how you went
Life
deep
and
with
death.
it, but you know what? It's not that deep.
no.
Okay.
It's not that deep.
The way that Jake said it was.
It's not. You're not betwixt.
His pronounce around made me think of that. I'm sorry. I was just, no, that's just where it
Well,
went.
It's just where it was.
you guys. Betwixt.
You said that like Keira Knightley.
Thank you.
I was either thinking that or Alan Rickman.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Betwixt.
That was so upsetting. Oh my
Is that-
goodness.
Sultry? Is that the right?
No.
No.
No?
It was
I wasn't
icky.
going for sultry.
He was coming from the other side, claiming your soul. It was bad.
Oh man.
And his name is Death.
Sure, I'll take that. Why not?
Many reasons. We'll go over them later.
Okay. I'd like to hear him. Okay. I think we're done.
I think that's it.
I think
We
we're good.
probably should be.
We need to be done.
Probably.
But first, I have a really long story to tell you.
Let's cue that outro.
Every word is gross if you think about it. Every word just sucks if you really let it. Every word is gross if you think about it. Every word is gross if you.